Thanks for the introduction. And first of all, I want to acknowledge all of the dignitaries that are here today. Good to see Warren. Good comments from Warren. I see so many faces, and I don't want to start naming too many names because then I don't want to feel like I leave anybody out and I offend them. But good to see Trent, and good to see Carla and our old friend Mark Doherty. Of course, Nelson, the man behind everything, the man that knows everybody and always brings everybody together of all the different political stripes. He's the only guy I know that can put conservatives and liberals in one room and they don't fight. So it's good to be here with you this evening. Acknowledge Tribal Chief Jeremy Forehorns too as well for being here with us in the House, and I do want to acknowledge all of the guests and the dignitaries. Thank you so much. Is that Lauren Nystrom over there I see? Good to see you, Lauren. I think that's Lauren Nystrom, our former MP from years ago. I think that's him, unless I'm seeing wrong. But it's so good to see everybody here tonight, and we all know this is a worthy, good cause that Nelson puts on every year to raise money for Regina Hospitals Foundation. We know that a lot of challenges in healthcare. We know that there's a lot of shortfalls in a number of areas. We know the government does try to do their best at times, the federal and provincial, to address priorities, and sometimes they don't always get them right, and that's the challenge of working with government. But I do want to say that we appreciate everyone's part that they play in terms of making those contributions and those donations towards a worthy cause. I bring greetings tonight on behalf of the FSIN. We value many of our partnerships and our relationships too, as well as First Nations people in Saskatchewan. We believe that the future belongs to our region. You know, we're rich in resources. We're rich in hard-working people. We look at the history of this province, the First Nations history, as well as those that have come, the newcomers, as well as the farmers that agricultural built this province, and all of the great natural resources that we've been blessed with, whether it's uranium, whether it's potash, whether it's oil, gas, as well as all of that we provide in terms of agricultural products with beef and pork and cattle, as well as all the seed and the crops. We were called the breadbasket of the world at one time, and we still play that major role. And I know that we've had some challenging couple months here with the new administration in the United States. I think tariffs and President Trump have been challenging not only to us, but to a number of nations around the world. But we'll get through it like we always have. And we'll get through it by working together, and we'll get through by standing shoulder to shoulder and standing up for not only the interests and the farmers and the resources and the industries that drive our economy, but we'll stand up to bullies every time we get a chance. You know, and we've never shied away from a fight. We won 2 world wars last century against fascism. So we're not afraid to get in there and get in the rough and tumble of things. And if we have to fight, I'm not saying it's going to come to a fight against the Americans, but just want to remind them the last time we went to war with them, 1812, it didn't turn out so well for them. So, you know, it shows we've had some bumps in the road with our relationship, but I'm confident we can overcome them. So let's have a good time tonight. Let's have a great time. I see Chief Evan Tapetat from Kakwestal is here with his lovely wife, Megan. Former Chief Brad Swiftwolf is joining us tonight. Good to see you, Brad. Former Chief of Mooseman, always still involved at our tables. But I acknowledge each and every one of you. And thanks, Nelson, for putting on another good event and for bringing us all together under the umbrella of the great Chinese people. And we look forward to more partnerships. We want to sell you our wood. We want to sell you our potash. We want to get that darn tariff off the canola oil for the canola oil farmers. So we also want to acknowledge the Council General here too as well, and their appointment. We're so happy to have you here as well too, Council General, and we look at taking a delegation of our chiefs and leadership over to visit your country and see how we can build upon those partnerships and take advantage of those opportunities for not only your people, but for all of our people here within Saskatchewan. So, Kacheme Glitch, thank you very much. Let's have a good night, and don't forget to bid on all the stuff. Aho.